Alright, the number 8 best film of the year is Crazy Heart. Now picture this, if you will. Jeff Bridges plays Bad Blake, a once famous former country and western singing superstar who's hit rock bottom due to his problems with the bottle, his various relationships, and he didn't save his money, of course, by blowing on all that stuff. Now, of course, he gets interviewed by Jean, played by Maggie Gyllenhaal, who sees the good behind the singer, the boozy man. Now, you're thinking, sounds prototypical, right? And wait, didn't we see this last year with Mickey Rourke and Marissa Tomei and The Wrestler? Well, we kind of did. But you know what? This was also a fantastic film, and it was just an unbelievable performance by Jeff Bridges. He is truly a remarkable actor. He's a 4-time, soon to be 5-time, I'm guaranteeing it right now with this film, 5-time Oscar nominee, and I would love to see him finally get his due. He's 60 years old, and he was 22 with his big breakout, The Last Picture Show, in 1971. Now, Bridges has a way of creating heroes out of characters that in real life, or even in the movies or whatever, you just wouldn't see as real heroes. How he does this is just so mind-blowing. He did it, of course, with his most famous character, the Dude, in The Big Lebowski back in 1998. And the way he just makes a hero out of this lazy slacker in that film is unbelievable. In Jagged Edge in 1985, one of his more underrated performances, even though it was a box office hit, people were talking about Glenn Close's performance. Bridges almost makes us feel betrayed after we find out what his character really is all about, after we spent that whole movie defending him. Now, we also have to think of the ability that he possesses to make Bad Blake a sympathetic character, because normally, why should we feel sorry for someone who, I guess you could say for lack of a better term, pissed away his own life? He does that here. He really does that here. Now, they could have gone the other way. The filmmakers could have gone the other way by making him an unlikable, boozy, bitter old jerk, which in times he is, but we can see the soul that he has in this film, that the soul he possesses, and the heart he has. Now, he also, much like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler, has important relationships. I guess you could say that kind of keep him going. I think I'm just a sucker for these type of films where, you know, he's a down-and-out, downtrodden person, somebody sees the heart in him, but he still has his, you know, friends that never left him. An old friend played by Robert Duvall, which is kind of a wink-wink, so nod back to his Oscar win in 1983 for Tender Mercies, where he played a broken-down country singer as well. Maybe it's sort of passing the torch to Jeff Bridges, I don't know. But also you have Colin Farrell, again popping up, and as I said, he gets better and better with every film. He plays a former, I guess you could say, protege of Bad Blake, who once toured with him and has now become a megastar, but never forgot the teacher or where he came from. Now, the thing about this movie is that the characters all draw from one another, and it makes it flow just perfectly. And I could not praise this movie anymore for the story it tells of just one broken down guy. It takes a stereotypical aspect and makes it work, and it's thanks largely to an unbelievable performance by Jeff Bridges. Okay, the number 7 best film of the year is Inglourious Basterds. Quentin Tarantino has always been deemed by some to be the most influential director of his time. By some, he's overrated, overhyped, and just plain not liked by many as well. But here's the thing about Quentin Tarantino that I love so much. His interpretation of the battle against the Nazis in Inglourious Basterds takes what he always does, takes a B-level aspect and makes it turns something into nothing, turns straw into gold is basically what Tarantino does with his movies. They're basically like the theatrical interpretations of Seinfeld. They're about nothing, but they're about something. This is his actually first tried and true box office smash. He's had films that have done well in the box office, but don't do, you know, super well, like make $100 million. Now this film is not meant to be taken seriously as a war film. I'm sick and tired of how people, you know, saying, oh, it's not a real war film. It's not supposed to be. But yet, it works in its dramatic elements just as much as it does in its comedic ones. It really finds a balance, and Tarantino just does that so well, and it's one of the things that make this film so great. Of course, Brad Pitt leads the bastards behind enemy lines, and they're doing one thing and one thing only, killing Nazis. Now, yet again, Tarantino just seems to draw his inspiration from B films that, you know, are normally banned in North America, but yet dumbs them down just barely enough so they can make it into theaters and just get a solid R rating rather than go the NC-17 route. And I think if we went the NC-17 route, this film would not have made a dime. Tarantino has not only made a box office hit, he's made a truly remarkable film here. Now, and of course, an analysis of this film would not be fit without mentioning, of course, the truly shocking and captivating performance by Christoph Waltz as the evil yet intriguing Colonel Hans Landa. And he really molds this film just with his supporting performance and makes it just flow completely perfectly. Inglourious Basterds is a perfect entertainer, and it really just turns nothing into something, and it's mind-blowingly entertaining like most Tarantino films are doing it.